Hovertech. Just a button away.
In this video tutorial, I'm going to be showing how to backup firmware or flash firmware to a MediaTek secure boot device without using a custom download agent. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be using Nokia 3. It's a secure boot device, and we are also going to be making use of these tools. Actually, these tools, the download links for them will be in the description. So we are going to start off by installing Python. When installing Python, ensure to click Add Python to Path, then click Install Now. The tool we are going to be using is called MTK bypass. What you need to download is bypass utility and exploit collection. You can download Python and libUSB. The links will be in the description. So to download from GitHub, just click on the item you wish to download, then click code download zip. By the way, the developer and contributors of this tool, full credit goes to them. So Python is still installing. Successful. You can now close. Quickly open a command prompt window. Now in command prompt, type and enter this command. You can right click to paste, then press enter. Ensure you have internet connection when running this command. You should get this message. You are using pip version 20. Once you get this message, you are good to go. You can now close. Install libUSB. Launch. Now we need to install MediaTek drivers. I'm using a signed driver. The link is at the forum. This is the manual MediaTek signed driver. Just right click on the INF file and install. Successful. Okay, lastly, we will need to extract these two items. The files we downloaded from GitHub. Now open exploits, copy payloads folder and default config. Paste them into the MTK bypass utility folder. Good. You should have something like this. Now return back to libusb. Install a device filter. Next. At this point, what we want to do now is to connect the phone to MediaTek MTK USB port mode. To do this, on some devices you hold volume up, on some devices you hold volume down. Now in the case of Nokia 3, volume down works. So I'm going to hold volume down button and connect the USB port. Now once I do this, I will need to quickly select MediaTek USB port and install. So let's see how it goes. Volume down button, and then I connect the USB. MTK USB port. Okay, so it says here successful. Your phone might power up. It's all good and fine. Just switch it back off if it does. Now once that is done, you can minimize or close. Now we need to open a command prompt window here or PowerShell window. You can do this by holding Shift key, then right click. Now we need to type Python main.py. Basically, we are trying to launch this file. Hit enter. You might get an error message, Python was not found. If you get this message, you need to run Python 3 launcher by typing py-3, then the file you want to run, which is main.py. Now you will get this message waiting for boot ROM. At this point, we are going to reconnect the phone using the same volume down button and connect the USB cable. Now if successful, you should see this message, protection disabled. You can see secure boot device is true. Now don't disconnect the phone, simply minimize, then launch SP Flash tool. Now for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to be flashing boot and recovery only. But of course, you can back up, you can format a partition, whatever you wish to do. Now we'll go to options. Okay, I've selected my file. I want to flash only boot and recovery. So I select boot and recovery. Now you need to configure your SP Flash tool connection settings. Option connection, set it to UART. COM port will depend on what you have here, MediaTek COM port 10. And then finally the speed. You can now close and click the download button. Now if all goes well, the device should start flashing using the default download agent in SP Flash 2. And you should get a successful message once you are done. You can now disconnect the device and power it on. So basically, this is how you flash or backup firmware from a MediaTek secure boot device without using a custom download agent. All you just need to do is make sure that the MTK bypass has exploit for your chipset, which you will find under the payloads folder. You will find different chipsets. So right now, this is what they have as at the time of creating this guide. Thank you for watching. Ensure to subscribe for more tutorials.